Hello everyone, welcome back to the first journey. I'm Piper, and there's quite a lot to get through this episode. Bit of a bumper episode. The transfer window's open. We've made a couple of signings, and we've put some offers in. Firstly, though, I want to talk about Robert Glatzel. 15 goals, highest goal scorer this season for us. And interestingly, he's a man who is very happy to be given his preferred squad number. I'm not sure why it needs to tell me this. How many times is this? 1, 2, 3, 6 times. He's 6 times happy to be given his squad number. So, I don't know if that helps. Maybe that's why he's scoring so many goals, because his favourite number's on his back. Either way, we'll begin with the schedule, which is something I'm excited to show you. So last game was a 2-1 loss against Leicester. Unfortunate, we messed up a corner that gave away the goal at the end. It's a shame, but it is Leicester. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. But this game here against Middlesbrough, this might be the most beautiful game of football you'll ever see. Possession was a little bit closer. Shots-wise, pretty close. But we're going to watch the goals, because look at these beautiful goals. The goals are beautiful. I won't even need words to describe. Look at this, the first one. Exquisite. Tashki. Beautiful. I've noticed the Tashki, unfortunately, can't pass a ball. It's kind of adorable watching him try and pass it, but you can head a ball. His passes are terrible. Look at this beautiful goal number 2. Brown. Again. If you're wondering, there's no way you scored all 3 goals off throw-ins. Yes. Every goal was a long throw-in. Josh Tymon picking up 3 assists. Amusingly, after the game, we were getting in my inbox just messages about, Tymon's 3 assists. Clubs are looking at him. And it's like, yeah, okay, he did get 3 assists, but they were all throw-ins. So I guess it's good, but obviously it's not as if he's exquisite on the ball footballer. He is very good on the ball, but that amused me. This game was in the FA Cup. I'm not too fussed about it. As you can see, I played a Phobie. I played a relatively weakened team. I accidentally played Penny. I probably shouldn't have done, because we've got a ridiculous amount of games. But yeah, we lost. I'm not too fussed. Davis did really well in goal, and we'll watch the goal, because there's one goal I want to watch, because it's a beautiful goal. And if you're wondering, does it happen again? We'll find out. Yeah, they scored. Yeah, that was a very Stoke City goal. I was very sad about it. Teams crossing the ball in and scoring heads against Stoke, that's rude. That's what we do. And take long throws. Sims, a really good goal. Our defence was terrible, but here's a beautiful goal. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Not offside as well. I had to watch a replay. It wasn't offside. It was all good. So yeah, another great game. And then probably the strangest game I've played at Stoke, because we actually, possession, again, pretty close, but we dominated. And I think this is the first time at Stoke where we have actually dominated the other team. One of the new signings down here, Bennett, he scored the goal. We'll go over them more in a second, the new signings. I think it was a corner, this one, or a free kick. It wasn't a long throw. I was a little bit, while I do love scoring long throws, I was getting concerned that our last 4 goals were all long throws. This was a free kick even. Beautiful header and off the bar. Perfect. Very anticlimactic, that highlight. But yeah, so we're doing quite well. Game against Crew today. I expect to win. But yeah, doing really well in the league. So let's go over signings now. History. So in is Bennett. There's one more, but we'll go over him in a second. My defense was terrible. A lot of the height, especially in the Huddersfield game, in the Middlesbrough game, a lot of the other team's highlights were our defence just giving the ball away, missing headers, and yeah, so I was quite disappointed in that. So I felt like I needed some defensive reinforcements. Bennett was a really cheap option. I think it was, how much? 1.2 million. Obviously, the long throws, I'm excited. If Tymon's and Fox's long throws are 15 and we score a lot of goals from them, 18 long throws is very exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's one more signing. He hasn't shown up on here, though. Renato Miranda, he's joining us. It won't tell me on here, but he's another cheap signing. It'll probably tell me over the page, but yeah, he's a good player for the future, I think. Currently League One. He wants to play a couple of matches for us, and he wants to be a squad player next year, I believe. But yeah, I'm expecting him to be quite good. We'll hopefully make a profit on him. So yeah, he's going to cost us 1.2 million. Another young player we're signing in, quite cheap, is Lee McGrath. Again, maybe not great right now, but in the future, I think he's going to be a good little player for us. And mainly, I'm buying him mainly, so we can hopefully make money off him in the future. So who else is it? I've put a bid in for Bruno Jordao. My midfield options are decent. Oakley Booth is fantastic, and he's a player I think is going to be here for a couple of years, hopefully. But yeah, I'm not too sure about Woods. Now we've got Allen as well. We've got a bit of competition, but For the price, I think he's 2.6 million. It's really cheap for a player this good. He's good championship player now. I expect him to be a decent Premiership player in the future. So my hope is he's either going to come in to the team and do well, and we're going to have a really good midfield partnership, or we can maybe sell him for maybe double the price in a couple of years. He enjoys big matches as well, which I'm quite excited about. I don't have to worry about maybe what is considered a big match and taking him out. And the other offer I've put in, I'm not expecting this to go through, but Everton Ribeiro, I may have pronounced that wrong, transfer letter for 950k. His crossing, really good. Yeah, his pace and acceleration isn't great, but I'm thinking if I can get him in for a year, he gives me a good little option on the right wing. And I think I need my team's quite a small team. We've got a small team, and a lot of the players, they are versatile and can cover each other. But the problem is they're versatile, which is great, but they're not as good. So I think if I can bring him in, really good technical stats, mental stats really great. I'm not sure if he's going to join. I can imagine he's going to want a lot of money. But yeah, he's cheap option, 950k. And I did, Marko Arnautovic has become a free agent. I did offer him a trial here because I don't think he's going to want to join us really. But I thought I'd give it a cheeky trial, see if he wanted it. He didn't. I also put in a bid for Nzonzi, but he has no interest in joining Stoke either. So yeah, that was quite sad. I'd have liked to get Nzonzi in. I think Nzonzi, I thought maybe we could get him, but he's got no interest in joining us. So let's move on to today's game then. Well, in the time it's taken me from between the intro to pressing continue a couple of times, Ribeiro's turned us down, which is a shame, but I can't say I'm particularly shocked. This is a team that I'm thinking of playing today against Crewe. I know the Arsenal game's really close, and I feel like I should make some changes for the Arsenal game. I mean, Fraser is in rather than Penny. I'll probably take off one of the strikers at half time, maybe Oakley Booth as well. A few changes. Wolfenden's still, he's not quite fit. He picked up a bit of an injury, but Bennett's obviously played really well. Collins he's not been playing great. It was really close between him and Wolfenden, who gets replaced by Bennett. But I feel like Wolfenden, they both make a lot of mistakes, if I'm honest. So yeah, Crewe Alexandria, local derby. They aren't playing Pickering, so I don't get a look at Pickering, but I do get a look at Jääskeläinen. Davis hasn't been impressing me, if I'm honest. Like he had that one good game in the FA Cup against Huddersfield, but a lot of the goals against us do seem to be long range shots. And I feel like, well, you can kind of blame that on the defenders maybe not closing down enough. I do also have to question, can the goalkeeper do a better job? I've just noticed, looking at the league table, Newcastle are no longer second. Brentford have taken over them. That's interesting. Goal difference I always think goal difference is quite a good indicator of how good of a team is, and Brentford's is quite far below Newcastle's. This game has been a bit dull. We are, possession-wise, closer than we have been in the past. Not great though. But yeah, we've had 2 shots. We're not doing very well here. What can we change? So, see, the thing is, no one's playing at like a ridiculously low level. Like, Fraser's not playing great. I'll bring on Penny. Do I bring on Tashki early? I probably should do. Like, Glatzel's... Yeah, I'll bring him on for Glatzel. Give Glatzel, but then I can play Glatzel against Arsenal. That's my plan anyway. I've just noticed Poole's playing terrible as well. Maybe I should take him off. Is this a long throw? Here we go. Bennett, his first long throw at Stoke. As a highlight. Not bad. Okay. So the throw was good. Our knock-on in the middle wasn't very good. I'm kind of sad the highlight didn't end after the ball went out the box. For a team that is really good at headers, we seem to lose a lot in the middle of the pitch. If I'm honest, it's quite disappointing. We're getting passed around by Crewe. Crewe are making us, I think Regan Poole, 6.4. I'm thinking of also maybe going for a right back because Smith's decent. He makes a few mistakes, but he's decent. Poole is a really bad replacement, if I'm honest. He doesn't seem to do well when he comes in. Fox isn't doing well either. But hopefully this is a highlight for us. Win the head. Good job, Bennett. Absolutely no one, unfortunately. Yeah. I think I can only presume our midfield is probably the bigger problem. Smith winning the ball there. Tashki just... This is my part. I feel like I need a better... striker as well, perhaps. I don't think Tashki's particularly great. Like, he scores the occasional header, he does score the occasional goal when he comes on for us, but his passing in his distribution is terrible. Like, it's kind of, oh, Jesus Christ. Well, this is unfortunate. I'm shocked how we can do so well against the likes of Leicester, Newcastle. Who else have we done well against? Crystal Palace did really well against Middlesbrough, and then this happens to us. We play against Crewe and this happens. How can we beat good teams and lose against Crewe, who are 21st in the league? This is shocking. I'd understand it more if I'd made a lot of changes, but I've purposely played a strong team against Crewe to save. I've kind of sacrificed the Arsenal game for this, and my team have played absolutely terrible. I'm going to throw a water ball at them. They deserve that. Demotivated. I get annoyed at some of the feedback sometimes. So yeah, we'll fast forward now. We'll get to the Arsenal game and we'll play that as well. So we're back now for the Arsenal game. There has been a couple of issues. I didn't realise how many of my players were cup tied. So I rested Penny for that game, only for him to be cup tied now. So yeah, at least he's going to get a chance to recover for the Bristol Rovers game afterwards. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, I'm going to have to take off Brown. So we're playing a somewhat weakened team. So unfortunately, in defence, we had a major issue. I was going to play Wolfenden. Turns out he was cup tied. Didn't realise he played for a team before coming to Stoke this year. So that was awkward. Bennett's cup tied, of course. And Williams is cup tied. So I've had to play midfielder, Ben Sheaf, in defence, which not ideal, because I don't really trust him. I don't trust him against Championship opposition, never mind, Premier League opposition. I'm going to make some changes though here. I'm going to put Tommy Smith on attack, Ben Potts on defend. Do I do the same? I'm not going to do the same with Fraser. So yeah, not great. Not exactly what I wanted, but, we should be okay. Few heavy match loads. Hopefully it won't screw us over too much. I'm not expecting to win, obviously, probably goes without saying. I'm not expecting to beat Arsenal. I have put my team on defensive, should I say, because, what's the point? I might as well. I'm looking at the team. A couple of years have passed, so I'm not sure if this is their best team. I'm presuming it is in some cases. I don't know who Costa is, I'm honest. Saka, Guendouzi, Partey, Aubameyang still going. I'm going to presume he's quite old at this point. I'll have a look how old he is, actually. I'm quite interested in it. I probably should have taken off Klaus, if I'm honest. But I didn't, so hey-ho. We'll watch the fancy intro. Can I click on Aubameyang here? Oh, I can. 33. Okay, I thought it'd be older, if I'm honest. But yeah, so still quite a scary player to play against. Expecting to leave. He's leaving. I guess he wants to win trophies. Hey. It's a Stoke save. You've got to have a dig at Arsenal. I mean, if we score from a long throw-in, that'd be fantastic. If there's any team to score a long throw against, as Stoke, it's Arsenal. Their players look, more tired than ours, which is impressive. Some of my players have played 4 games in 14 days, which is not what you want. Klaus, beautiful. Oh my God. That is fantastic. That's right, we're celebrating. I think that's our home fans. I'm loving this. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is why Tashki, I don't think, is that great. He's good at scoring headers in terms of scoring goals. He doesn't get knock-on headers, though, as you saw last game. He's not too great at that. We're checking for an offside. Nowhere near offside. What are we looking at for? Another excuse to see that beautiful bicycle kick, though. I love it. So yeah, looks like quite a few of the players are getting a bit tired now. Okay. Getting a bit concerned there. Maybe we should play on defensive, because it doesn't seem to actually, take away from our attacking threat in that case. If we're just going to play long balls, might as well play defensive, I guess. I don't know. I'll see. I feel like we've played better when we played positive, if I'm honest. It hasn't really changed possession stats, but we do seem to have more of our rare chances. For a team that's good at heading as well, our heading from midfield is very poor. We always seem to head the ball just straight back to their defenders. This has been a very long highlight. That was a powerful hit. It looks like it's very Stoke City defensive. I need to change something about it. Like, even if I tell our defenders to get stuck in and close down, they still seem to just stand off and watch a lot of the time. That's a good hit. Davis probably should have done better. Can't really complain about Arsenal scoring a goal though, you know. Brad Potts 6.4, not great. I might. Brown's still a little bit tired though, so do I bring him on at half time? Oh, Smith is. He's driving around. That's not what I want to see. There's something happening. Okay. If they scored then, that would be a bit of a joke, I think. I'd have been unhappy about that. Was Smith injured? He may have. What was that site? Pause it. He's done what? He's twisted knee. Ah. The thing is, Pool's been playing terribly. I don't really have anyone else to bring on because, Potts has favored up the pitch. I'm going to have to bring on Pool. What this does mean, though, I don't think Pool's very good at crossing or getting forward. No, he's not. So, this is going to put us in a predicament. Is he happy with it? Delighted. I thought he said he was unhappy with playing time. It's like, getting a lot of games. I'll put him on support. I think our chance of scoring on the right has pretty much evaporated at this point with Smith coming off injured. Not that we had much of a chance of scoring anyway, other than beautiful long balls from Davis. So, do I want to make any changes? I feel like I should take off Klaus, if I'm honest. But I could bring on Tashki, but Tashki's not been playing great. I think it might be better to bring on Klukas instead. Put him in midfield. What I do have to remember now, though, I only have one more sub. So I'll put you on as a box-to-box. So I'm thinking of taking off Oakley Booth because he is my key player. And if I leave him on, ooh, beautiful from Klukas there. Corners. Hopefully we're not as bad as these that we have been in the past. Never mind. Oh, what a tackle. Pool, run. What are you doing jogging? Pool, you are possibly the worst player I've seen on Football Manager. You better have like 7 pace. That better have been his fastest movement speed. Good tackle from Fraser. Well, not a great tackle. It is going to be sad because if we lose this game, that means we've lost 4 out of 4 games on camera. Live recording, should I say. Which maybe my team are camera shy. They don't like big games, most of them. So maybe they know when I'm recording. But again, another long highlight. What was that? Pool. Jeez, for the love of God, Pool. I'm gonna. Yes, Davis. Oh my God. Right, either way, I still hate Pool. I can't believe he's such a bad player. I think I'm gonna have to buy a new right back. This is the exact opposite of the crew game in terms of highlights. There's like one every second. Well, there's not, is there really? I suppose it's just very long highlights. It kind of makes me wonder why can't you just close the highlight down a bit? I feel like I'm watching a FIFA game when my players tackle. Oh, that was terrible defending. Yeah, but when my players make tackles, they always seem to go to their player anyway. So I'm kind of like, see, Fraser's tackled him there, and he hasn't recovered the ball. And then this is just terrible defending. What's Collins doing? He just let the ball run through him. I wouldn't mind, but my defending has been so bad recently, and I wouldn't mind, but we are meant to have a good defense. They are meant to be all, obviously not Sheaf, but everyone else is meant to be quite good defensively. Yeah, so it's going to be a stopper. Go out and stop him. Right, so I'm thinking Fraser is kind of down on the pitch, but Oakley Booth, I could do with him playing for the Bristol game. I'm really torn. Do we even have anyone who can really come on for? I mean, Brown can half play over there, but not really. Tashki, can you play? You can sort of play over there. I could bring him forward. I'll bring him forward. There we go. I'll do that. Inside forward. Yep, we'll do that. Admittedly, Tashki is he can't pass the ball, so I don't know how good he's going to be on the wings. And I presume he can't cross either. Tashki can kind of head relatively accurately at goal. Not much else. Look at them, just passing the ball on the defence. I might have to come off defensive. What am my defence doing? That they can't predict a run. They're not even going for the ball half the time. Yeah, we're going to go on balanced, I think. I feel like if we've gone positive, they're just going to score a whole bunch more goals. But we've done quite, to be fair, against Arsenal, we've done quite well. Look at that. Look at that little stat there. But yeah, we've... Jesus. Disallowed? Okay. A 2-1 loss against Arsenal isn't bad, but you know what, I will go on. I'll go on attacking because, we've got nothing to lose. We've probably lost the game anyway. So Brad Potts on a 5.9. Between Potts and Poole. People beginning with P play for Stoke, clearly. There. Here we go, 86th minute. Tashki, look at that. Like, that worked, right? I accept that his... Is that a goal? Oh, I did think it was offside. Do we have VAR? How offside was he? He was quite offside. See, actually, if he just left the ball, he could have argued he wasn't influencing it. I don't know if he'd get away with it. But yeah, we've lost. Understandable, if I'm honest. I kind of have to accept we weren't going to beat Arsenal. The XG there. Bit of a difference between us. 2.4 and 0.6. But, I don't know. Am I pleased? I'm not pleased with the performance. I don't want to start saying... I'm not going to say I was pleased with the performance. I am, the strikers were good, but you chose not to bring on Jacob Brown. Because I didn't want to. Whatever. You're predicted to be heavy beaten today, but also 1 goal. Yeah, sure, whatever. Don't care. Let's go. So, brought the Carabao Cup. Disappointing, but it is what it is. Looking at the league then, quite handy. It's taken me to this screen. We are only, 3 points off the playoffs from Crystal Palace. Goal difference is pretty close now. I'm guessing they had a bad game in their previous game. Have a look, because I think their goal difference was quite a lot higher than us before that. Only 2-0. I thought it was more. But yeah, he praised our passion. An Arsenal manager wouldn't praise a Stoke team. So yeah, let's go on to when we're coming back. There might be a bit of a break now. See if I can get some games done. We can start to kind of get towards the end of the season. The last is our final game of the season. Well, we're going to have to hope that we don't need to win that game, because that's not going to happen. I think it's fair to say. I'll probably come back Nottingham Forest game, I think. Again, sort of a derby, kind of. So I'll get quite a few games out of the way and come up for a Nottingham Forest game. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.